All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson to how alone the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And this is pretty much going to be a update on the death of banknotes or the paper money, the paper money system. And Lord Willis, brothers can see on the screen, I have this article here, and it says cash will become less usable as high streets goes contactless, says Bank of England. All right, and anytime there's some news coming out of the Bank of England, you got to pay attention because the whole monetary system is based out of the Bank of England or Europe. You got something called the three city states. Washington D.C. is the military part of it. Vatican is the wicked spiritual part of it, and Europe or London or England or whatever is the monetary, the money system part of the system. All right. So anytime these devils speak, you gotta listen, and if it applies, and if it's going on there, it's gonna go on. It's gonna happen here, because again, the international bankers are based out of England or England. I mean, Europe. All right, or England or London. Again, whatever you want to call it. All right, they're based out of England. All right. So it says cash is to become less usable as shoppers embrace the internet and high street stores increasingly reject banknotes. And this is all pre-planned. All right, it's the plan to get the people to uh to push the people farther away from using paper money and ultimately debit cards and credit cards as well, which they're also doing that as well, and getting people prepared to take the charagma. All right, which will be implanted under your skin to buy and sell things. A microchip implanted under your skin to buy and sell things. So they're trying to, you know, uh, condition the people, which is already happening, to not want to deal with cash, and again, ultimately not to deal with debit cards and credit cards. All right. Also, it says uh, reject increasingly reject banknotes. The deputy governor of the Bank of England has warned, and pretty much that's all I could read because you're gonna have to. Okay, maybe not. It might work. Okay, Salakia. I didn't see that the first time. It says Sir John Coughlin said that if I pronounce his name right, said that it will become harder to spend physical money, which is all part of the plan. All right, because they're doing away with paper money, destroying these paper currencies. And again, it's all by design to get those CBDCs running, up and running full force. All right, in coming years, owing to the rise of owing to the rise of online shopping and contactless payment. He added that it is therefore essential for us like it threaded needle streets to press ahead with developing an electronic versions of sterling, the so-called digital pound, which all did CBDCs, the FedNow system, digital yuan, digital Russia, digital ruble. Everything. All these countries are going digital. Digital pound, digital peso. All these countries are going digital. All right. And again, at the end of the day, it will be you will have to have a microchip embedded inside your body to buy and sell things. All right. That's the end game of this CBDC or this digital money system, which can underpin future confidence in the financial system. Speaking at the Invoted, if I pronounce that right, Invoted Financial Global Summit on Monday, Sir John said cash is likely to decline further, and cash itself will become less usable in everyday transactions. For example, if the internet commercial grows and if merchants increasingly accept only digital payments, which we're seeing that certain places only don't even allow you to use cash anymore. When you go to Walmart, you buy something from Walmart. A lot of times, those self checkout systems ain't even accepting cash. All right, it's only accepting cards. A lot of stores have been doing that lately. Not even accepting cash. You got to deal with cards, credit cards. The mass shift away from physical cash to electronic payments has been very clear and is set to continue. He added, cards, it's like a card payments took over cash as the most dominant from form of payment for retailers in 2016. By 2021, 85% of payments were made electronically through, and now they're getting ready to push credit cards out of the way. We don't know how the Most High is going to do it. Set Esau up to do it, but now, they're gonna now they see they say cash is trash. They're pushing cash out of the way, and ultimately, again, they're gonna push the debit cards and credit cards out of the way. All right, and it's close to Habakkuk the second chapter. Though it tarry, wait for it would surely come. It would not tarry. All right, CBDC started in June. Less than today's date is April 18th, 2023, the year the Lord will all the prophecies come to pass. All right, we only got a little less than 2 months after May is here. All right. 9 to 10 people use contactless payments. So nobody really uses cash anymore. Everybody uses their credit card because it's more convenient, which is digital. And again, they're going to do away with that, and they're going to tell you you're going to have the Karagwa. All right. And nearly a third of all UK adults now use mobile payment apps such as Apple Pay and Google Pay. And if it's going on in the UK or England or anywhere like that, in the B system, NATO and the EU system, is going to happen in America because they're all under the same system. All right, it's all the same thing. Don't all countries use cash now? Don't all countries have debit cards and credit cards now? So what makes you think if these other countries ain't going cashless, what makes you think America ain't going to go cashless? And again, America's already going cashless. All right, cashless. It is now a commonplace for stores in major cities to be cashless, which is true. I think Starbucks is one of them. I think they don't accept cash like that anymore. Sir John said, most obviously, what I have called the digital sanctions of everyday life. So like I struggle saying that word, of everyday life will continue. The growing of internet, the Internet of Things. They want to make you the Internet of Things, like Elder Tahar used to bring out all the time. All right, the growth of internet commercial are used for banks and payment apps. For example, it is forecast to grow and unlikely to stop. Right, and they go stop until that mark comes, man. All right, it is. You got warning about it. All right, so it's here, man. And again, anytime these devils here speak, the Bank of England and anyone in the devils speak, you gotta listen, because again, the whole money system is based out of England. All right, or Europe or whatever. All right, so if it's happening there, it's gonna happen here. All right, because again, it's all the same system. The international bankers are based out of England or Europe or whatever. All right, so it's definitely here, and it's going to continue to all cash is obsolete. That's the goal. That's the plan to do away with all paper money. All right. Matter of fact, let's just go to Revelation. All right, this Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. He calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Right, let's read 15 first. Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And he had powers to give life unto the image of the beast, which is this system. And Europe, England, America, Canada, all right, all the different NATO and EU nations, really all nations, really even nations that ain't a part of NATO and the EU, all right, are really all under the same system because they're all doing the same thing. They're all going pushing digital money. China's not doing anything different than Babylon or them EU nations are doing. They're talking about a digital yuan. China, digital ruble. Uh, the mother's digital pesos. All right, all these countries are talking about CBDCs, or digital money. All right. So not only are these the not only are the is NATO and the EU, the NATO and EU nations going looking for a digital payment system. All nations are. All right, because it has to happen globally. All right. But verse 15, they had power to give life unto the image of the beast, which is this system, which again, Babylon is a part of it, Europe is a part of it. All right, them different NATO and EU nations are all part of it. The image of the beast. So if the money system is going away there, the dollar is going away there, it's going to go away here too. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right again, which is this system. And the ultimate goal of this system is what? To implant people with a microchip to buy and sell things. But first, before they do that, they gotta do away with cash, which they're doing right now by destroying the U.S. dollar, by printing not just the U.S. dollars, all currencies, by devaluing the dollars. All right, by printing up a mass amount of it, um, just straight up devaluing the dollar, making it worthless. Because all fiat currencies go to zero eventually anyway. Verse 16, he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, which is the charagma, all right, the microchip in their right hand or in their forehead, that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you won't be able to buy and sell unless you have the charagma, all right, which links straight up with this current event right here. This guy coming out saying cash is becoming dual usable because they're about to do away with cash altogether. Cash will be completely and utterly worthless. That's why it says in the book of Ezekiel, they should cast their silver and gold in the streets. Why are they going to do that? Because it's worthless. Just like some paper. You went to a store, you bought some paper, you just throw it out the window. That's how cash is going to be. Worthless, just like that. All right. So with that, and again, anytime these devils here speak, you definitely gotta listen. All right. And all of them are saying the same thing. Jamie Dimon, all the rich players, all the owners of these banks, or the faces of the banks, because they're not really the leaders of the bank. They're just puppets. All right. The real leaders of the bank are the international bankers. But anytime them devils come out and speak, all right, you gotta listen because, and all of them are saying the same thing. The CEO of Bank of America, all of them saying the same thing. This system is getting ready to go down the toilet. All right, and they're coming up with a new one. All right, which should be all digital. All right, you have to have a microchip to use it. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the brothers that push this truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.